But you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, join my gang free for 10 days. Go to philsgang.com, click where it says Get Started, click where it says Working Investor Group. That's important because for 10 days, you get access to not only the member portfolio, but my personal portfolio. Meaning that every day at 2 o'clock, Steve, head of our education department, starts at 4 o'clock in the morning working with the European market. So by 2 o'clock, right before the close, we have enough knowledge that we're so close to knowing exactly what's going to happen with your stock. Nobody does that. Remember, I always tell you, 100%, almost 100% of our time here at Phil's Gang is to make sure you don't lose money. You don't lose money. And the way you don't lose money is to understand what the market is doing. Not the EBITDA, not the price, margins, not the reserves, not the top line compared to the gross, all those fundamental. That means nothing. I could care less. What the fundamentals of a company are. I just want to know, is somebody buying this damn thing? What do I care what the margins are? I don't care about the. What do I care about the top line sales? What do I care about interviewing this? The Kramer. I interviewed the CEO of the company. Boy, we're going to buy a lot of stock. Jimmy's a good guy. I interviewed a good guy. We're going to buy a lot of stock. That doesn't mean anything. Only one thing means something. The gangsters on Wall Street, the hedge funds, the banksters, the insurance companies, all work for the very, very, very wealthy, especially the insurance companies. They work for these guys. Is the money going into the stock or is the money going out? That's all they care about too. The reason why they take parking space in your head can tell you need all these fundamentals. You got to know the fundamentals about the company, where the company's going, where it's growing, what it's doing, it's expanding, doing this, doing that. Price to sales, price to book. What the hell do I care about price to sales, price to book? What do I care about that? What do I care about the performance of management, whether it's good or bad? I could care less. Doesn't mean anything. What means everything is money going into that stock, or is money coming out of the stock. And that's what we work on every day, and that's how we protect our members from not losing money. They're always on the right side. And when the stock is going to go down, they're going to make money going down. Unlike the 401ks, which are rotten to the core, because you can't make money when a stock market goes down or your individual stock goes down. They make the money, not you. They don't allow you. They made it a law that you cannot sell short. When your 401k starts going down, you cannot make money, because they make the money. Because there's no fiduciary relationship between you and them. There's none. There's zero. If anybody tells you this, are you kidding?
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, and our industry, their industry, for years, we've gone to Congress for years and years and years. There's got to be a fiduciary. If you're going to sell 401ks, there's got to be a fiduciary. No fiduciary. Instead, the companies and the mutual fund companies collude against you. How do you think why do you think they have 27 hidden fees? That's not what the show's about today, but I get so angry when I hear it. All right, let's get back. Do we rack up that cut yet? Which one? Okay, listen to the stupidity of this. We're talking about, before we went to break, how stupid Biden is to remove oil from our 500 million barrel strategic reserve. It's called strategic for a reason. Trump understood it. He kept adding oil, and he kept making sure every time oil prices went down, he went in and started to buy. What a genius. Remember when oil went down to like zero? Then remember we had the crash from January 2020 to March 2020, and the market went down 31%. Remember there's no demand for oil, and oil went to zero? Remember it went to zero? It wasn't there long. Within a few days, it was at $28. He went in, boom, 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 and filled it right up. This idiot's going to take the oil out, and he's going to replace $30 oil with $100 oil. Oh, okay. So let's say they BS us and tell us, oil's going to be down by $75 in another couple months. So don't worry about it. We'll get it. We'll replace it with $75. And if they lie and you believe they're going to get down to $50, which is not going to happen, oil's going to be up $150. Okay, you don't believe me? Then you don't understand war. Every time they tell you they're coming to a peace agreement is a bold-faced lie. War is won by knocking out the other guy's oil that he can't move. He can't move his troops. He can't move his food. He can't move socks. Socks. Let me tell you about socks. If you're ever at war, you want socks. You want clean socks. I could care less if they kill the general up in front. I don't want the general in the back. I want to get food, socks, and some ammo in case I get in trouble. Okay? But anyways, going back to and it's the same thing with our strategic oil. You got to hold that in reserve. So he's going to replace this oil. That means we're going to lose money. That means inflation's going up. That's what he's done to us. So let's go back to Cavuto asked a question of one of Biden's dopes.
What do you think of that? Tap the reserve, urge oil companies to work on existing leases. There's some controversy with that, but no gas tax holiday. Are you okay with that?
So here's what I think, Neil, and I'm glad to be on. I'm glad we're tapping the reserve. Here's the challenge with the gas tax holiday is that it doesn't necessarily bring down prices at the pump.
What? Now, Cavuto never followed up. Because you know, Cavuto's a liberal. He always had big battles with Trump. I would have said he didn't ask the right question. Are you kidding? Listen what he said. He said prices don't go down.
What do you think of that? Tap the reserve, urge oil companies to work on existing leases. There's some controversy with that, but no gas tax holiday. Are you okay with that?
So here's what I think, Neil, and I'm glad to be on. I'm glad we're tapping the reserve. Here's the challenge with the gas tax holiday is that it doesn't necessarily bring down prices at the pump.
Do you believe that? If you're not paying that extra 26 cents here in Florida, that doesn't bring down the price? I'm doing Cavuto's job for him. He doesn't even know how to do his job. When I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. When the market's down, are your stocks going up? Like Apple, 15%, Microsoft, 11%, Nvidia, 32%, Tesla, 22%? Or when stocks are going down, are you making money on those stocks going down? So you should be making money on stocks going up and stocks going up. They don't let you make money on stocks going down. JP Morgan going down, up 9%. BAC, we're making 7%. Wells Fargo, 8%. Citi, 7%. UBS, 9%. You know why you're not? Because they're not on your side, because they don't focus on what we focus on almost 100%. You stop losing money. And every day, remember, at 2 o'clock, Steve posts every stock in our portfolio, including my portfolio, and tell you exactly what to do with them. You don't have to learn anything. You really don't. Listen.
Intel, continue to hold your scalp for the long here. Now you can see why when
He gives you full instruction on your stock for 10 days. The stocks are free. You get access to my portfolio. You get access to the member portfolio, and he tells you what to do with each stock in that portfolio. You'll see. And during that 10 days, don't use your own money. Just do it on paper. Then at the end of 10 days, you'll convince yourself they really, truly mean it. They really focus on me not losing money. And God, for the first time, when the market goes down, I'm happy. Okay, let's get back to what you shouldn't be happy about. Biden, bad mistake. 580 million barrels strategic reserve. He's going to take 1 million barrels a day out, 180 million barrels. That oil in there, thank God to Trump. And I don't like Trump. He tweets too much. He put in $30 a barrel oil. This moron is pulling out that oil at $30, and he's going to have to replace it at $100. And he may, I'm sure he's going to come out and lie, say, oh, oil's gone down to 75, we'll replace it with 75. If they replace it with 50, we're losing money. That's called inflation. And oil's not going to go down to 50. Oil's going to be up to 150. So that's the first problem. Bad problem. Stupid problem. Increase our inflation even worse, which is going to take housing down even further. Now they ask him the question about gasoline. What about the gasoline tax? Well, here, I'll play it again for you. I never heard anything so stupid. I'll play it again.
What do you think of that? Tap the reserve, urge oil companies to work on existing leases. There's some controversy with that, but no gas tax holiday. Are you okay with that?
So here's what I think, Neil, and I'm glad to be on. I'm glad we're tapping the reserve. Here's the challenge with the gas tax holiday is that it doesn't necessarily bring down prices at the pump.
Can you imagine? And Cavuto didn't say a word. He should have been all over him. Doesn't bring down. Let me ask you a question. Can we all agree? That if you're paying right now in Florida with me $4.73 a gallon, and now you have to add the tax, 26 cents for the state of Florida, that's $5 a gallon. I fill up my tank, that's 15 gallons, cost me $75. Now, if I don't have to pay that tax, I only have to put in that pump $4 less, right? So my savings, I save $4. No matter the price of gasoline, I still save $4, whether gasoline's at $2.10 a gallon, which it was when Trump left office, and then, it was less than it, about $178 when Trump left office. And then a few days later, when they inaugurated Biden, it went right up to $2.50. But my point is that to save, you don't save money. See, he's being cute. He's being clever. Here's what he's trying to say. Well, gasoline prices didn't come down. What came down was the tax. You see what he's being clever. He said, well, I don't agree that gasoline prices came down. He's right. They didn't come down. How clever. And Cavuto should have turned around and said, wait a minute, don't get clever with me. Don't get clever with me. We all know gasoline didn't go down. That's not the point. The tax went down. And here's the point, you lousy liberal. People will save that tax. Whether gasoline is at $31 when Trump was in office, or you at $75 when your group's in office, they go home with more money. They save $200 a year, maybe more. If you fill up a tank once a week, you'll save about $200 a year. You saying that's not a savings? See, they cut that question together before he came on. Because you couldn't find any good interviewer ask a question like that. The question would have been asked, well, let me ask you something about the gasoline tax. Isn't it going to be terrific that even though the actual cost of gasoline doesn't go down, but the savings from the gas tax, That's going to put that's going to put a couple $100, maybe $300. Truckers probably $1,000 in their pocket. Isn't that wonderful? Now, how does he come back and say, well, I don't agree there's a savings? He couldn't have got there. You would have blocked him in. But see, Cavuto knows how to interview. Okay? It's just, Cavuto, before they went on air, they carved a question. They created a question together. Isn't that unbelievable? So, here's the other problem. They're trying to tell you how bad the oil companies are. That they're turning around and they're price gouging. They're not price gouging. They're not price gouging. Okay? It's a free market. Now, as I said, I was in the gasoline and oil business for years. I had gas stations all over the place. And let me tell you how it works. First of all, when you get your gasoline, you have no control over the price. We only used to have 2 to 3 days of gasoline. But what I did, okay, I went out and I bought a barge and I went and barged it in myself and I saved money. But let's put that aside. But the normal guy, you go to the gasoline station, the operator, the manager, or even the owner, he makes all his money on the food inside. I can tell you that from experience. You make your money on Coke, on the sodas where you make all your big money, stuff like that. You don't make money on gasoline. So when my gasoline runs out, it's going to be filled. But let's talk about the filling of the gas. Where do I get it from? If I buy it from Hess, who used to be one of my big suppliers, Hess, which is good stock, by the way, great stock. Matter of fact, we own Hess stock. Let me see if we should be adding to Hess here in a moment here. We own Hess. We've been doing great with Hess. Hess is doing perfect. Look at that. Hess, if you got into Hess, again, if you're a member, you would have been told by Steve to buy Hess, and that would have been on January 10th because it turned green. That's right, our color-coded chart. So Hess, I'd say the average price our members got in probably around, because sometimes they wait, but let's say it was around $85. Today it's $108. So they got a nice 27%. Even if somebody got in real late, 10%. But my point is, it doesn't matter the percentage. They made a very smart trade, Hess. So Hess, what they do, when they drill oil, it just doesn't they drill it and they put it in my gasoline station. They have to take that they have to take that crude oil, and they hope it's clean oil. If it's dirty oil, oh my God. But let's say it's clean oil. By the time they take that, the cost of taking it out of the ground, and then the process of storing that oil, the cost of storing that oil, and then shipping the oil, and then getting it to my refiner, and then I have to refine that oil. Do you know what a lag time that is? We are in a free market. Now, they want us to go to communism. We get that. They are in a free market. They want us to go to Venezuela. They want us to go to Cuba. They want us to go to Korea. We get Biden and those guys. We know that. And AOC. By the time it gets into my they're not making any more money. If you want to go after the people that are gouging, it's not the oil company. I know that. I was in the business. You know who you go after? Apple, Microsoft. That's who you go after. They're the ones gouging. I'll be back with a lot more. Join my gang free for 10 days. So you stop losing money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself.
Remember, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to my show, philsgang.com. Go to philsgang.com. Sign up. It says get started. And make sure you sign up for the Working Investor Program, free for 10 days. You get access to my portfolio, personal portfolio, and also the member portfolio. And every day at 2 o'clock, Steve will post what to do with each one of those stocks using our color-coded chart. You get that too, free. And we focus on not losing money. How do we do that? Working hard and also making sure you make money for the first time in your life when the market goes down. Check it out. Okay, so we're talking about the stupidity, how clever the question was carved. Cavuto carved the question with Biden's guy as to, what about the gasoline? Should we take the tax away? Should we take that gas tax away? And the guy said, well, you don't save any money because we didn't save any money. Oil prices don't go down. Well, that was stupid because everybody knows that. We're not talking about the gasoline price. We're talking about the tax price. Anybody knows that the question should have been asked totally different. So the bottom line is that he got clever, and that being clever, Cavuto didn't go back at him. You're going to save. Of course you save money. If I don't have to pay $4.73, if I don't have to pay 26 cents extra or $4 to fill my tank up extra, and I fill my tank up once a week, I save money. It can be anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a year. Somebody's making $26,000 a year, $36,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Even somebody's making $55,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Because, and here's the thing, it can be used to buy something else, and that's called growth. Our economy grows. So Biden's stopping our economy from growing. God, these people are stupid. You know, just as stupid when they closed down the pipeline. Nobody ever told the truth for closing, and Cavuto won't tell the truth. The real reason for building the Keystone Pipeline, because we're getting screwed by the oil we're getting from Canada. In 10 years, our price of oil, why are you yelling? I don't know. Gets me upset, I guess. For 10 years, over 10 years, do you know that you and I, our cost went up 50%? That's right. Those Canadians, pretty clever. So they sent this oil down there, and they kept pushing up the price, pushing up the price, pushing up the price. Oh, and by the way, guess who was doing the delivering for Canada? Yeah, Buffett, making a lot of money off of it. So when they started to build the pipeline, well, of course, Buffett, like a little baby, ran to his little pal, Obama, who he funded his first Senate race. You can't let them build the pipeline. Don't let them build the pipeline. Killing me. It's going to kill me. They're going, oh, I'm going to lose all that oil revenue. My trains. I would have said to him, well, Buffett, go get a little train set up in your living room and live with it. But no, they shut the pipeline down. But the reason that pipeline was needed is to stop the increase in price from Canada. And Buffett was making the money off of it. His trains, his rail. And so it wasn't, and now this idiot, Biden. If they left that pipeline in place, prices would go down. That's called inflation. You want to know about inflation? I'll tell you about inflation. If you go look at gasoline, in 2020, when Trump ended, when they threw him out of office, they didn't like the way he tweeted. In 2020, the day that he left office, gasoline, I think it was $2.10. Okay? It would cost you about $31.50 to fill up your truck, or car rather. A couple of days later, when the inauguration of January 29th, gasoline went from $2.10 up to $2.50. $5 rather, went to $5. $2.50. I'm sorry, $2.50. $2.10 to $2.50. So, from Biden, for Trump, it would cost you about $31.50 to fill your tank up. From Biden, since Biden got in office, it went up $75. So, whose fault is it? Oh, they want to shift it off to Biden and put it on the oil companies. Well, let me tell you a little story about the oil companies. The oil companies are out there screwing everybody. No. If you look at the revenues of Apple, $365 billion. Look at the revenues of Exxon, $124 billion. They're much smaller. The Exxon makes about $6 billion a year. That's all. Apple makes $100 billion on $365 billion. $100 billion on $365 billion. Now, if that's not enough to impeach these two idiots in office, I don't know what to do. Did you get what I just said? Over my yelling? Wonder why I get upset. Exxon, they're not ripping off anybody. I was in that business. They don't. By the time you get that oil out of, I know what you got to go through. I drilled some oil and I lost my butt Drilling. I got out of that quick. I figured out all my friends were drilling oil. And all my friends go, Phil, you got to get in the oil drill. You're in the wrong end. Get in the oil drill. Well, I found out later they wanted me getting their end to lose money with them so they feel better. Got out of that gig fast. It is amazing. They don't make that money. I mean, yes, look, it's a free market sets everything up. But my point is, you want to go after Apple. You want to go after Microsoft. That's where all the money is. And because of this inflation, this stupidity of inflation, you know what's happening now? We're going to have the biggest housing crash ever. Why? Because inflation drives up yields, interest rates. Do you know that the 2-year right now is 2.27 and the 10-year is 2.3? There's about a 4-point spread, I think it is. 4-point spread. That means banks can't make money. So what are they doing now? They're tightening credit requirements because they're scared to death to give anybody a loan because they're not making money on loans they give. So if you went and got a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and your credit was around 580, no problem. Today it better be 680 or 700. They're going to give it to you. And what's happening? As these credit spreads, and whose fault is that? I don't like Trump. He tweets too much. I want my baby Joe, and I want his crackhead son. Are you kidding me? So the spreads are so close now, the banks aren't making money. They tighten credit on you. They don't give out the mortgages anymore. They like did. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage now has gone crazy. We're at 4. Do you realize the 30-year fixed rate, we're at almost 5%, 4.9%? Do you know, since August, if you look at the price of in August, the yields were low in August. They drove the yields down. You remember what they did when the market crashed in January 2020 and dropped to March of 2020, February, March 2020, when they had that pandemic crash, which had nothing to do with what they telling us the pandemic it had to do with the yield price. They had to get that yield down, so they dropped it down. So mortgages finally, when they dropped that price down at 85 basis points, below 100 basis points. When they finally drove that down in January 2020, get house mortgages going up. But it wasn't really to move the housing market. It was to move tech stocks. By the time they got to August 2021, the yield doubled. The yield doubled. Because you think about it. Every time you push down those yields, you print money to buy 10-year treasuries called QE to push those yields down. Yeah, you get a relief for a while, but the printing of money pushes those yields right back up because it's inflationary. So by August 2021, the yields were at 130 from 85. Now, the home mortgage went from 2.8% to today 4.6% because now the yields are 250. But they can't get it down. They can't get back down to 85 or 130 because they print more money, try to get it down. Yeah, it gets down for a little while, and then your gasoline's going to go from $5 down to $4, and then it's going to go up to $6 again. Boy, he screwed things up. Join my gang so you make money when the market goes down. Down. Join my gang so you make money when the market goes down. For heaven's sake, see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make